Okay, this is how to do number 6 on homework 1.3. The question is asking you to list the intervals on which f is decreasing. However, I'm going to add increasing to this as well. So we're going to find where it's decreasing and where it's increasing. Um, However, they did not give this to you as an equation. They only gave it to you as a graph. So it's important to take a look at this graph and see what we can find out from it. So put simply, increasing is where the function is going up, and decreasing is where the function is going down. I like to imagine if I was a person sitting on a roller coaster and this is my roller coaster track, I'd like to imagine, is my roller coaster going to roll down, or does it have to be carried up the track by, the little rails? So real quick, I see that if I'm a person over here from the left to the right, I'm starting over here and I'm going to go down, 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 down until I hit this point right here. And then from that point, it looks like I start going up the tracks. Up, 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 until right there. And then I start going back down. And then I start going back up. And then I start going back down. And then I start going back up. All right. It is important to note, though, at these points where it switches from decreasing to increasing, it is doing neither of those things. It is perfectly stationary at neither decreasing nor increasing. So when I list my answer to this, I'm going to list it with parentheses. I do not want to include this endpoint in increasing or decreasing. Okay, so first up, my decreasing intervals. All right, so I labeled everything on my graph as either increasing or decreasing. This is all of the yellow. So first up, I would need to ask myself, all right, well, where does the yellow start from left to right? So it looks like my yellow starts right over here at the value of -9. And it looks like it ends at -7. So my first interval is from -9 to -7. All right, I'm going to skip over the blue because blue is increasing. And it looks like the next interval I want is right here. So that looks like it starts at -1 and it ends at +1. So next up, I'm going to have -1, +1. And finally, I have one more chunk of yellow. Whoopsie. Did not like that. One more chunk of yellow, which is right over here. It starts at 3 and it ends at 6. So I'm going to list my interval as 3 to 6. Remember, it is not brackets because at the point 3 and at the point 6, it's not doing either of those things. It's not increasing and it's not decreasing. Okay, so now for my increasing intervals, it works much the same way, except now I'm going to list all of the parts that are blue. So first up, it goes from -7 all the way up to -1. That describes this first part over here. Next up, I have from, looks like 1 to 3. So I'm going to have that. And finally, I now need from 6 to 8. And that's it. That's how you find the intervals where a function is increasing or decreasing from a graph.